Morning. So let's see. Let me get this set here. Live chat. Morning, dog. Good morning, dog. You can wag your tail. It's okay. It's okay. You can wag your tail. Guys, I had somebody tell me I look like Tyler from Tyler Tube, but skinnier. I don't know how I feel about that. Not sure how I feel about that. Because I watch his videos and I always start his videos and I'm like, this will be fun. And about 10 minutes in, I'm like, this guy's retarded. Plus, he doesn't like pickles. There's just something wrong with that. What up? So the decision has been made. I was gonna let you guys know this. My schedule still may be a little off because I am, I got family and stuff going on. My daughter started skating again. I'm hopefully going back to work soon. But I am not going to be making the trip to Ohio for a funeral for my grandmother because they're not having one. They're not have calling hours. They're not have visiting hours. They're not having any of that stuff. They just did an obituary, and I don't know if they're going to think about having it later. But Ohio is still being really cautious with the quarantine stuff. So, yep, I'll be here. I had asked Nico. I was like, "Hey, man, you want to tag team a trip across the country? You've never been to Ohio. You've never driven across Texas. It'll be an experience." I mean, I think he was on board, but yeah, we can't X that whole idea. And David, I'm drinking my filtered soul. That stuff is so good. And I mean, I don't know what they do with the. You sent me a knife for sharpening? All right, Brad, we gotta figure this out so I know that stuff's coming. And I would really appreciate if we set up the payment in advance and everything. So just from now on, Bradley, I know that you're one of my like legacy back in the old day customers that just like stuff would show up when we figured out to pay later. But like from now on, do me a favor, shoot me an email. We'll set up the payment first, and then we get the knife. It makes it so much easier. I don't have to. If something shows up now these days, it's just same PayPal. What do you want on it? Just the pay structure, Bradley. It just makes it so much easier if I just can automatically know that the payment has been made up front for the sharpening, and if we run into any issues, which I have not actually charged anybody a premium on anything except like really, really bad sharpenings, because I've once again, I've gotten to where I can do these things so much quicker. If it doesn't take me much longer to rectify an error with a knife, I don't charge any extra. You guys haven't seen it yet. There's a video that's going to come out next week, Thursday next week, that I shot 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Shot it a week ago. And I repair a horrible edge on D2 steel in like 30 minutes. Like, honest, I filmed it. I didn't even speed anything up. The video is only 37 minutes long. A lot of that's because I'm talking and showing. So, God, my beard is majestic. Love it. I'm never one of those guys that's going to have the long beard, but mine is just like... like, I can't touch my chin. It's dense. It's very dense. It's a very dense beard. And it filters my coffee. So if there's any chunkies, it goes to... Not gonna lie, the other day I was eating trail mix. I had trail mix in the morning before my workout. So I had a little protein, some carbs and stuff before I was gonna do a really hard workout. And so I ate a small pack of trail mix at like, what grit? What grit, Bradley? What grit? It depends on the grit. If you're taking it if you want it to 12,000, then yeah. Or if it's a weird shaped blade. Just shoot me a text after this. Not while I'm doing this. It'll stop my camera. 1500. I'm not taking stuff to 1500. I don't. I only use the super fine stones above 12,000 on straight razors. They're too expensive to have to. Like if something happens to them, like I can't afford to replace that 17,000 grit stone. I can't. It's pricey. It was a gift. So 12,000 is my limit on knives. I don't take anything above 12 on knives. So if you want it at 12, I could take it to 12. Oh, 1,200. Oh, okay. 1,000. I can take it to not 15. Okay. I misread that. My apologies. What was I getting ready to say? I was saying something. Oh, so I'm eating this trail mix, and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was eating trail mix, and I worked out at like 8 after I got done with some stuff. And then I didn't immediately take a shower, and I fucking went in the bathroom at like fucking 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had been doing stuff, and I went in the bathroom, and I went to wash my hands after using the toilet, and I was like, what is in my, I had a peanut in my beard that had been there since like 6 o'clock in the morning, even during my workout, and wiping my face off with a towel and everything. And I was like, God damn it, food in my beard. I do need to trim the mustache. It's really starting to get, like it's in my mouth all the time. I can't even whistle because it blocks the, I can't make contact with my lips properly. So I do need to trim the mustache. What? What? You look at me like that. There's a note in the box. I don't want to work out today. And here's the thing, I'm old enough that if I don't want to work out today, there's just a chance that I might not. I did a bunch of shit yesterday. And when I say shit, like, I mean, like, I didn't do a fucking thing. I did a bunch of shit yesterday. I didn't sharpen any knives. I was talking with family and stuff like that. I feel bad because David's knives are here and I haven't even started on them. And I know he's got a time frame, but I just did not have it in me to even turn on the light at my workbench. And so at like 3:30 yesterday afternoon, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm playing video games. I played video games until like 9 or 10 last night. And then I went to bed. And I got up this morning, I woke up in a better disposition. And there's still 9 of us here and only one like. Guys, I will be filming a giveaway video today. Don't get excited yet. Don't make comments here. Dude. Yeah, but see, I'm 40, almost 46. I'm old enough that if I don't want to work out, I'm just not going to work out. I'm going to work out today, though. Today's leg day. You can't skip leg day. For a big reason. Big reason. Howdy, hap at you. When you work the major muscles in the legs and your back, your body produces more testosterone. And it helps you generally through everything else you're doing. That's why I do legs twice a week. Filming giveaway video. It's going to be the stonefish. I'm tired of looking at this sitting on the counter, deciding when I'm going to give it away. So I'm going to shoot it today. I may put the video up today for the giveaway, and then just do the selection on Monday, which there's a good chance of that. That seems to work out well. Announce it on Friday. Giveaway on. And then I'm sorry, to pick the winner on Monday. So look for that video to come out today. And like I said, you'll have all weekend to make comments, and your comment will be your entry. And this is open for everyone. This one's open for everyone. It's not limited to the members. The members I picked the member winner from the Edge Pro yesterday. It was Quixotelis, and I have no idea what that username means. And a guy was like, dude, you look like Tyler Tube. You gonna start leaving things in jars for 30 days? And I was like, no. I watch his videos. Some of them are entertaining, but some things that he says, I just hear like some ignorance come out. Like, I don't know what that would do, or why that happened. And I was like, he put eggs in something that was a base, or I mean, an acid of some sort. He goes, I don't know why it would do that to the shell. And I'm like, because this shell is made of calcium carbonate and things like that, like your bones, and the acid dissolves. I was like, never mind. It's a chemical reaction. So, and I'm watching this video and it's got like 3 million views. And I'm like, how the fuck does this guy who doesn't understand basic chemistry get that many views? I don't know. Maybe I could do something stupid like, oh, I got an idea. No, because then I couldn't give them away. I was going to say I would leave spooky science magic like that. Is that what you wanted? I was just thinking I could take some of these cheap. Oh, I do have some cheap knives, actually. God, you know what? I can do that. I have several really cheap knives that aren't even worth like giveaway stuff, and they're in here. I'll show you. And we'll just look at different steels that soak in vinegar. If I can find jars, I'll just take the blades out of them and I'll soak the blades in vinegar for 30 days. Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Except for Big Blue, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I am going to carry this if we get to $500 a month on the memberships. And I'm not going to lie, we're getting close to 200 on that. No, I would keep it outside. It would stay on the under shelf of my workbench. I would not do it that way. But this one, I'm not at all joking. If you guys get memberships to where it's like $500 a month on memberships, which really isn't that much, to tell you the truth. I already have 14. I was looking at numbers. If I had just baseline members, it would be like 100 members. But I don't have just baseline members. I have the high tier, the premium tier members that pay $15 a month. So Big Blue, Big Blue, she got. Actually, there's not as much as I would expect. What's membership? So the membership is basically like, if you go to my main channel, there's a join button and you get two choices. You can pay $15 a month and get exclusive giveaways and exclusive videos, and shout out. You basically, so baseline members, they get shout outs and videos and early access to videos, $5 a month. And some other stuff. I do giveaways for all the members based on price stuff. Like if I got something that is not real super expensive, I want to give it away and I just want to give the members something special, I will do giveaways. Like the Edge Pro was all members, everyone that pays, premium and top tier. And then I have some stuff that's like expensive stuff that's for the top tier. But at any rate, so you get early access to videos, stuff like that. And basically it's like Patreon, but it's directly through YouTube. So I don't have to deal with the Patreon piece, which I still have a bunch of Patreons, but the problem is like my content, Patreon flags it. So I can't send out early access videos and stuff like that. They don't like my channel, but they still take my money. You see what I'm saying? They take the money that you guys are donating. So if you do have Patreon, I would say give that up and become a member. But the membership allows me to do stuff like I bought a canopy so that we can film out there, which I don't do very often because of the noise levels. But little stuff like I used the money from the memberships to buy a mouse for editing and things like that with a specific mouse. Well, actually, I bought a Magic mouse, which really works great because it's multi-touch. But I've bought stuff that is giveaway stuff for the channel and things like that. So. But I had said that if I got my Patreon to $500 a month, I would carry Big Blue for 2 weeks. Man, I don't know if I can. I'll have one leg that's stronger than the other carrying this big beast. But so this has always been a thing. Like I got the idea from Nick Shabazz. He carried a Z Hunter for like a week. And I would take pictures of me on the job site with this and things like that. Actually, I probably wouldn't carry it at work because this wouldn't hold up very well. But I would definitely carry, this would be my primary EDC for like a week. And then we'll just keep hitting, if we keep hitting like goals, I'll pick some other goofy thing to do. Actually, I've got something going on. I was going to tell you guys. It's not just, there's something going on with my right hand. And I apologize if you guys' knives are coming slow. I've got something going on with my right hand. This finger locks and like right there, it'll lock and then not want to open. And then I can't straighten it out all the way. And I really have been having problems with it. And I probably need to make a doctor's appointment. And it bothers me when I'm sharpening. So part of the thing with me not doing sharpening is, you know, I've got a lot going on in my head right now and a lot financially. The kid's going back skating. I'm not working. I'm living off state disability right now, basically. And I hate to say that. I never want to took that. But on top of that, this hand is funky. There's something going on with it. I think it might be tendonitis. It only hurts here and in the joint right there. It's not like carpal tunnel. I've got carpal tunnel. I mean, it's just unavoidable with all the work I've done with my hands over the years. But this hand, my right hand, is really starting to bother me. When I wake up, and I just basically, I've got to stretch that digit a lot to get it. Like, it's not sticky now, but I can definitely feel it doesn't feel right. So I'm still going to get your knife sharpened because that's not that much effort. It just seems like that kind of, it doesn't really hurt. But then again, I got a really high pain tolerance. So that's my doctor and I have agreed that by the time something hurts, there's probably something really wrong with it. But it's just weird. It doesn't hurt, but I can feel, even when it's not tight, that it's just not right. You know what I mean? So we'll play it by ear. But I mean, definitely I can sharpen, like that box of knives that David sent me. I can do those in a day. But I will be at the shop all day. Tomorrow, I will probably film some anodizing for you guys. That'll be a video that you guys will see here in the next couple weeks. I'll try to remember to take my tripod and stuff and do some filming of anodizing. I was going to start grinding a knife for Alex, but can you make a fist and rotate it and tilt it? Yeah, it's nothing past the wrist. I don't feel any issues. It's just in here. It's like the flexor tendon. That's it. Your ugly duckling will become a swan. It's not that ugly, but it's going to be purty. It is going to take, like David, I know that like I have the baseline price. I've got to see how much polishing it's going to take to get where I need to go with that. There may be a little extra, but we'll play it by ear. Like I said, anodizing usually like $100. The other thing too is I don't know about the screws. Hey, good, Will. Those weren't like great giveaway items. I felt kind of bad, but guys, come here, come with me. God, it's pissing my wife off too. She hates it. So there's giveaway stuff here. There's some giveaway stuff back there in that corner. And then this entire box is just full. And there's another box upstairs that's got giveaway stuff in it. And then I have stuff that's my stuff that I've carried lately. I would never give you guys a knife that like I beat the shit out of unless I refinished it. And most of my knives that would get any refinishing aren't going anywhere. I am having a good morning, Mr. Martin. I am. I have other stuff I'm going to give away. Stuff that's used. What's up, Jack? And I've got stuff that has come in that was given to me because they, one of the members sent this. This is a Reich front flipper. And oh my God, the detent on this is brutal. Like you can't front flip this. I don't care. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. But the blade shape is actually really good. It's not a super thin blade. This would be something that, like, if you didn't care, this would be something you could take and just beat the crap out of, because it's actually pretty well built. And it's not unattractive. This will be going as a giveaway. I may take it apart and loosen that liner lock tension a little bit. It's a little bit much. It's a bit, even to the point where, like, Elliot would be like, God damn, that's tight. It does thumb flip really well. So I will probably sharpen this and give this away as a gift, as a giveaway eventually. And then, like I said, this is the next one. I'm probably going to film the giveaway for this heavily modified swordfish. Yeah. Yeah, I can't, my hands, guys. I wish I had a size comparison here. I have got, let's go get it. Let's go get a banana for scale. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just had like an actual one? Here's a banana for scale. No, my banana for scale is a large Sabenza. I can't do front flippers. My hands are just too big. What's up? How is life in South Africa? So everybody knows what a Sabenza 21. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just bring my entire case out here. I'm going to do an entire hour live feed. We'll just do a whole hour. I'll take the dog out for a walk, and mainly because I'm putting off leg day sucks, guys. I do a lot of body resistance exercises. And so since I'm not doing weights, really, I do wear a weighted vest. All of my exercises are like maximum rep to failure. You're still on lockdown? Yeah, me too. So that you guys, like, when I talk about not being able to do a front flipper, it's because that is a Sabenza 21, large Sabenza in my hand. I can't do front flippers. Like, people are like, yeah, everybody says they have big hands, and then I shake hands with them and they're like, God damn, dude. So simple things like finding a wedding ring that fits me I have freakishly large hands. Elliot is almost 3 inches taller than me, I think, 2 or 3 inches taller than me. My hands are bigger than Elliot's. My wedding ring, Elliot's like, God damn, dude. When I purchase rings and things like that, they're like, oh, well, what size? I was like, we'll get a ring sizer. I was like, ring sizer's not going to work. I'm going to have to tell you what size it is. And I can't remember what size it is now. I was a farmer. Hey, what's up, Luigi? My hands, actually, the largest ring on a ring sizer is not big enough. Like, if you were to put this on like a ring sizer to see what size this is, it falls off a standard ring sizer. And it fits because this finger is actually smaller around than the rest of them. Like, I can't put my wedding ring on my right hand. I just can't. And that's not like it's just falling off my finger. I wish I had, if I got a quarter for scale, I do. But yeah, I mean, I can't do front flippers. I like the smoke. It's a really nice knife. I just wish it had a thumb stud. And I told Will that, Will and I have talked a bunch of times about me offering sharpening for his customers. And we just never have figured out a good way to do it. I don't need all these lights on in the house. I will say I'm grateful that being stuck here at the house, that it's not like a million fucking degrees. Like, it's not your typical summer in San Diego. So there is a quarter, and there is my wedding ring. I don't have normal size hands. I can't manipulate front flippers. You're switching. Okay. I mean, at least I know who it is. these don't work for front flippers because by the time I get the knife positioned where I can get my thumb or finger on it, I'm putting too much pressure on the lock bar. Unless it's a liner lock, if the detent's not crazy. This is not a bad little knife. It's just too thick when you add in the deep carry pocket clip that's on it. It's too much material. Here's the thing, I'm not a big fan of the big XL knives. I love my Sebenza, guys. This is an ongoing love affair that has lasted. The only love affair I've had that has lasted longer than my love for the Chris Reeve Sebenza is me and my wife. And we've been married this year 19 years. 19 years come November. Can you imagine living with me for 19 fucking years? I can't. I just can't see it happening. I'm not even gonna try and monetize this one. I'm in that mood where I don't care. I'm not as big a fan of the Incosi. Yeah, I don't. There's times, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's times that because I am a grumpy asshole. I really am, and I don't see how my wife has been able to stay with me for 19 years almost. And a lot of it is the military. How you interact with people in the military becomes encuffed in your head, and so it's a very subordinate, superior kind of interaction. And I try not to do it. I try not to do it with my wife and kid, but I know I do. And I know that that's horrible. And the other thing too is I've got PTSD, and I have been diagnosed with explosive rage disorder, and sometimes I just get mad for no reason, and I can't pull it back. It just happens, and you're in your head, and you're like, "This is going bad. Stop!" And you can't. You can't pull it back. It's like you're along for the ride. Congrats for what? What did I miss here? Congrats. Who are we congratulating? Did I miss a comment? I don't know. Hey, Luke. I will tell you, I like having those cans of water. That's handy. I don't know. I put a couple of them in the refrigerator. Oh, the marriage. Ah. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense now. I put those cans in the. Actually, we've been together for 2021. Did I see the videos on YouTube? About what? About the water? No, but I like it because I don't like when I always forget to put water in the refrigerator for my protein drink after I work out, and I hate a warm protein drink. And so what I wind up with is I wind up having to put crushed ice in it, in the water, then shake it up, then put the protein in and shake it up. And so I can just put a couple of those cans, because of the way they sit, I can stack them way up in the back, unlike water bottles. And I can just dump however much I need in my protein and then put it back in the refrigerator and for the next one, because I've been working out really hard, so I know that I need to have the proper amounts of protein, so I've been drinking at least 2 of those a day. No, but I will tell you guys that if you do work out, this is about the best. This is VEGA, Vega protein. It's a plant-based protein. This is about the best protein I've ever had. It's not that expensive. It doesn't have you don't need as much of it because it's more concentrated, because there's not like a bunch of sugars and flavors and stuff in it. There is a chocolate flavor, but it's not sweet. It doesn't have a lot of sugar and shit in it. It's not at all unpleasant. They have a vanilla one and this one. I really like this. And if you happen to be, not gonna make any judgments, if you happen to be vegan or vegetarian, this is a vegan protein. And so there's no soy or anything in it that, I don't know if you guys know this, when you soy protein. Your body converts parts of the soy protein into a precursor for estrogen. And at my age, if you eat too much soy, you will get boobs and start lactating. It's a true thing, honest thing. So a 2-pound thing of that lasts me about a month. And it's not bad. I don't know, plant-based proteins are less gross tasting than... Yeah, but I will tell you that I have yet to find a protein powder that when you drink this and walk away from it for like 10 minutes, that you come back and you get ready to rinse it, you're like, oh God. They have to come up with a way to make a protein shake powder that after it gets wet, that does not make you, like if you walk away from it for 10 minutes and come back, your water bottle doesn't smell like a fucking homeless person's asshole. That's what I want. I want one that you're like, oh, God, that's dead animal. I don't know what it is about protein powders. I think it's because it's all pre-digested proteins. The really good ones, which these are too, they just, the second they get wet, if you drink it, the second it gets warm and gets exposed to oxygen, it just, the bacteria just fucking goes to town. And it stinks. It stinks. Leave one of these overnight. Horrible. So we're halfway done. What does everyone want to talk about? Because today is just the day that I felt like doing a live feed, and I'm going to do a full hour. And so like we got another 30 minutes, then I'll take the dog for a walk, and then I'll do legs, and the bacteria get great biceps. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've been working out really hard. I've been really careful not to show you guys my physique. And you probably are noticing changes from video to video because they're not all getting released. There's some videos that got shot almost a month ago that are just now coming out. And it's not because I just had specific things that I want to go out in specific orders. And there's things I want you guys to get to see. There's some stuff that's not that important. There's some stuff that I'm like, everybody will like this a lot. And so what happens is then I film other videos. I'm like, yeah, I can still shuffle this one off. We need to talk about sharpening M4. M4 is not hard to sharpen. I mean, nothing's hard to sharpen. It just takes time. Tomorrow's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Luke. Mine is August 30th. Get me to $500, guys. I'll carry this for 2 weeks, let's say. Hunt down. This thing is so insane. Yeah, but I've been trying to like be careful about how I should, because I want you guys to see like at the end of this, like when I get ready to go back to work, we're gonna see the marked difference from videos in January till videos now. And I mean, it's obvious that we've got a drastic change. So, but I'm still at that point where I'm real conscientious about how I look right now because I did let myself get relatively large. Hey, congratulations, Jared. Or Tammy. I don't know who to congratulate or give my condolences to. But with the hair, yeah, you can see that, definitely see the hair change. But like I'm at a point now where like I let myself get really out of shape for a lot of years. And I had started to get back in shape from doing construction, but now I'm at a point where I'm putting back on muscle mass and it's pushing things in weird places. And so like, I've got like muscle, and then I've got this little titty at the bottom of it that falls over into my armpit because there's just not enough fat to keep it all supported in where it's supposed to be. So that's all going to go. My stomach is basically level with my belt now. My arms don't fit in a lot of the sleeves of my shirts. My triceps are what really have been sore and are growing. So I kind of want that to be like a reveal at the end of this when I get ready to go back to work. But I'm definitely not going to give you guys any topless shirtless fucking pics. 24 of us and only 13 likes. Yeah, right? I am drinking Filtered Soul thanks to our friend David Ashizawa. And I am going to tell you that I forgot that I have an espresso machine. And later, oh my God. Later, I am going to get my espresso machine out and I'm going to make myself, that's right, I'm going to make myself a cappuccino. It's going to be a crazy day. I fought with my wife yesterday about something simple, which is what you do when you've been married for almost 19 years. My wife does not drink very much coffee, but what she does like is coffee jelly. Yeah, oh, it's already espresso ground. It's ready to go in it. So my wife doesn't usually drink coffee. My wife drinks tea. She's Japanese. She drinks a lot of tea. Coffee is just like something you have in the morning. Like I drink coffee all day. This is pot one for the day. There's a good chance there'll be at least one more pot of coffee for the day. But my wife makes really, really strong coffee. Yeah, that's what she's doing. And so she makes really, really strong coffee. She mixes it with the agar jelly, and then she puts simple syrup on top with creamer, like a sweet cream. And she was like, "Oh, you have to buy a bottle of the sugar, the no flavored syrup." And I was like, "Why? That stuff's like $6 a bottle." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I will make you some." She's like, "No, you can't make it. You just go buy it. It's easier if you just buy it." And I was like, "It's cheaper if I just make it." So yesterday, she argued with me. She's like, "Well, just go to the grocery store." I went to the grocery store, and like I suspected, it was like fucking $11 for a bottle of it that was any size. And I came back and I was like, I told her, I was like, "They don't fucking have it. It's $11. Well, they have it, but it's like $11. And most of them were already flavored." So I made a simple syrup. And I showed her, I made simple syrup, and it like literally took me like 5 minutes to make a 12-ounce bottle of simple syrup for her to use on her stuff. She's like, "Wow, it's that easy?" I was like, yes, it's that fucking simple. So we literally argued for like 6 hours over simple syrup. And if you guys don't know how to make a simple syrup, it's 1-to-1, water to sugar. Half a cup of water, half a cup of sugar makes 1 cup of simple syrup. In this case, 8 ounces of water and 8 ounces of sugar makes 16 ounces of simple syrup. It fills this bottle to the top. And if you want it a little thicker, you just cook it for longer. And I showed her, I was like, "Why are we spending money on something that simple?" Simple is literally, somebody said it, simple is literally in the name. Hate coffee. I like strong coffee. I like the coffee jelly. She couldn't sleep last night. She ate some coffee jelly at like 10 o'clock last night. And then this morning she was getting up to take the kid to skate at like 6:30. And I heard her alarm go off. She's like, "I couldn't sleep last night. Coffee jellyを食べた。だから寝てないよ." I was like, "Well, that's not my fault." She was trying to get me to take my daughter ice skating this morning. I was like, "That ain't happening." I have real maple syrup. It gets sent to me from back east. We have a lot of sugar maples in Ohio, and I get Southeast Ohio maple. I get from hometown. I get friends that send me maple syrup from our hometown and apple butter. If you've never had apple butter, oh my God, apple butter is so good. Not apple jelly, apple butter. It's a different animal. We have an actual festival. We have an actual festival about apple butter. The apple butter festival in Coshocton, Ohio. It's fucking great. Like, and you drive into town. If you've ever been around one place that's making apple butter, it's amazing. You're like, "Oh, that smells great." Imagine a festival where there's like 100 people with the big copper kettles making apple butter outside. The entire town. Oh, I just got goosebumps, dude. I just like it. That's how good it smells. You're like, "I need toast." We got to go get a loaf of toast. I don't mean a loaf of bread. We're going to make a loaf of toast and we're just going to go to the Apple Butter Festival. Oh, it's so good. So good. You just can't. There is a couple apple butters you can buy that are pretty good. Oh, fuck, that's right. I got to eat those before they go bad. I have a bunch of, as my friend, who I will go ahead and say this now, is Jewish. My friend Smitty calls them Jewish donuts. I have a thing of bagels, really good bagels that I forgot is in the refrigerator that I got to eat. Oh boy. Today's gonna suck. My legs are still sore from Tuesday. Guys, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry all the time these days. I forgot, like, when I work out a lot, how much I eat. Because, like I said, most of you have never met me. Guys, I'm 6'3". I weigh like 200 and, on an average, between 230 and 240. And I dropped down to 219, but I'm back up to 222 because I've put on more muscle. I forgot how hungry I am all the time when I work out, like constantly. I'm just hungry all day, just all fucking day. And like people like, oh, it's based on a 2,000 calorie diet. 2,000 calorie diet, even if I'm sedentary, I lose weight on a 2,000 calorie diet. I need closer to 3. And I got a friend that does is training for World's Strongest Man. My friend Wally. My friend Wally is training for World's Strongest Man, and that dude is eating 8,000 calories a day on non-training days. And he only has 2 non-training days a month. So his regular days, he's eating between 10 and 12,000 calories a day. And I was like, how do you even eat that much? He has 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, dinner, and then wakes up in the middle of the night to eat. He's eating, and that's just meals. He takes a bag of food for him to eat during his workout. And I'm like, I trained to play Call of Duty. I have a friend that I play Call of Duty with that was, I have a friend that was a Green Beret, and we were playing online the other day, and we were just getting our asses kicked, playing Modern Warfare. And he was like, God damn it, Mike. I hear him coming again over the headset. God damn it, Mike. I should be better at this. I was like, yeah, why is that? Why is that, man? And he's like, because I fucking did this for a living. Yeah, I can't imagine eating the way he eats. Like, I don't, like, I eat because I'm like, every couple hours now I'm hungry. And I was like, oh, that's right. You were in the army, weren't you? I forgot about that, Luke. Yeah, I told you about that. Yeah, I told Luke about that. Yeah, he has to do meal prep. Like, that's all he does though right now. Like, he doesn't have a job. He's training for World's Strongest Man. He figures he's got a sponsor. He figures that he is at a point now where he's like maybe a year or 2 away from actually being ready to compete in World's Strongest Man. So what he's doing is like statewide, and he's doing a lot of competitions. And I'm not gonna throw his name out there because I know he likes to stay low key. And so like I've seen what he eats. He ate at the Broken Yoke out here in San Diego. They have this huge omelet. It's a eating challenge. And he does it regularly enough that it's not even the challenge. He comes in and just orders that as his food. The Broken Yoke challenge you guys saw on Food Network's Man versus Food, I believe. He just does that. That's just he just goes in and that's his meal. I've never seen anyone eat. It's just like a 6,000 calorie fucking omelet. Something like that. I think it's like an 8 or a 10 or a 12 egg omelet. I don't remember. Guys, like when he eats, it's served on like the trays that I serve my family's food on after we've cooked it in the middle of the table, like a turkey platter. That's what he eats these meals off of. He got me into watching Eddie Hall's channel, YouTube channel, and I've been watching that for a long time. But that's his idol. He wants to be Eddie Hall, the Beast, and like that dude is doing things that like a normal person would think are just impossible. Like I just like things that I find very difficult. All right, David. Things that I find difficult, even though I'm a fairly large guy and fairly strong, things that I'm like struggling and shit with, he's just like moving it around. Next to some regular guys, he looks the same. Yeah, they're. We talking whole sticks or butter? I've seen guys eating sticks of butter just to get the caloric count because they need the fats. Their bodies run completely differently when you start doing those massive feats of lifting. The amount that you expend in every movement is insane, and their body just doesn't really store. He's not fat. He looks fat. If you were to look at him like in street clothes, he just looks fat and obese. Like his stomach sticks out. He just looks disgusting in regular clothes. But you see him in workout gear, and you're like, holy Nikes! That big gut that he's got, that's not fat, that's muscle. Beth is in Seattle. I have a 15. Yeah, I can't. Raw chicken. Now, I mean, my buddy does eat raw steak just because he doesn't have time to cook. And he said something about the uncooked blood that's in it, like it is like an instant muscle recuperative thing. So like he takes a pack of steak and puts it in his little cooler for at the gym, and he'll just cut pieces off of it and eat it and then drink the blood. And I'm like, that's disgusting. I mean, like I eat rare and raw steak. Like I've been known to eat just raw steak, but to drink the blood out of the packet, no, that's too much. That's too far. That's yeah, and I mean he does his research. I mean he professionally does this, and I'm like, okay, if you say so, bud. You just won't see me doing it. I was like, that's like sharing a spit cup. Blech. Hey, let me see your spit cup. No, that's ATM right there. 115 kilograms. So 2.2, so that's like right around what, 240? I have a calculator right here. It's a nice thing about this Apple Watch. 115, 115 times 2.2 equals 253. You know what? I see it. I see it being different than the bodybuilders that are like the bodybuilders do it different. And most of the problems that you have with the bodybuilders are so huge is because of the steroids. I've seen a lot of the world's strongest men competitors that really don't have a problem. Bill Kazmaier. Bill Kazmaier is, I was gonna say like 6'3", 6'4", 250. That's not, I mean, that's just a little bit more than what I am right now. Bill Kazmaier is in his 60s and was the world's strongest man, was so good at it that they banned him from the competition after he won his third world's strongest man. He probably could have set the record for world's strongest man. And even in his 60s is still showing incredible feats of strength, like 24-inch arms. And because those guys don't use steroids. That's just all natural strength versus size. There's a big difference. There's no spine. Yeah, I know. I was at my friend's house in Arizona, and we talked about ordering pizza, and I got a friend request from Papa John's Pizza in Arizona. Yeah. I've got a lot of friends that we did this, like, I always wanted to be strong, not big. I never went for like getting ripped and cut. I just wanted to be strong. And when you get strong, there's muscles that go with that. Like, I know that you guys have probably seen the video where I take a 12-pound sledgehammer and hold it straight out and touch my nose with it. I did that in a video. But well, the guys, no, the guys that I'm talking about, they don't. The guys that I know that do it, they don't. They're really strict about it. It's all natural. They're focusing on their health, but they want to be as strong as possible. And my buddy is not, he has no illusions. He's like, I don't think I'll ever win World's Strongest Man. He's like, but just to be on a level where I could compete at World's Strongest Man. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's the top 10 people in the entire world. Just to even be on a stage with them, I was like, that's got to be incredible. So, yeah, I got like 10 minutes left. So any of you guys that are, like I said, any of you guys that are interested in the membership, just like, it's not that hard. If you have problems with, there's a guy named Mick. No, the only thing he does do injections of vitamin B twice a week. He does vitamin B injections into the larger muscle groups, like the buttocks area. Just because just to get it in his system. So I guess you absorb it better that way. Like when you do it intramuscular. That's the only thing he takes. Like he refuses to do steroids. And he gets tested a lot, really often. No, he's a big hairy motherfucker, as a matter of fact. So yeah, it's just he does not like the idea of like any of that. Like he doesn't like the idea of having to give himself a vitamin B injection. But he knows that he's just not absorbing enough of the vitamin B he needs for that muscle engagement that he's putting on. He needs massive amounts of the B vitamins, and his body just doesn't absorb it fast enough. So he does the intramuscular vitamin B. I've seen him do it. I'm like, that's disgusting that you have reached a point where you cannot absorb the nutrients you need from your actual food. You've turned yourself into something that's not human. Yeah, just for you guys. So I'll finish this cup of coffee and then I'll take the dog for a walk. I've never seen, I like, literally, I've watched him hold 45-pound plates in his hands and hold them straight out in front of him for like, to see how long he can do it. And how he's got this technique, how he manages the lactic acid in the shoulder muscles and like all of his muscles, like breathing techniques and how you breathe, to the way you breathe while you're doing exercises so that you oxygenate the muscles properly and force the lactic acid out. And I'm like, I didn't realize there was much science to it. It just looked like guys just, I gotta go pick something up. It's impressive. It's impressive to have seen. He's really hating it right now with the lockdowns. Like he's basically stuck using his home gym, which is really limited compared to the place that he goes up to in Escondido. He goes to a gym up there that's just basically, it's an invite only gym. It's not like someplace. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like you can watch him walk and you're like, and his hands, like his fingers, like I showed you my ring, dude, he couldn't put my ring on. Like his finger muscles have just filled up his hands to the point where like he can't put his fingers together like that. That's like it. At the tips, there's still like a gap because there's just so much meat in between. Like he can't, like if he was trying to do something that required any kind of manual dexterity, he couldn't do that. He couldn't work on a car or anything like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything that would require, but that's not what he wants to do. He wants to be as strong as he can probably. Yeah, it's not a bad place. We thought about moving up there for a while. May still. I may sell this place if I can ever find the time to paint. The only thing this house needs is a paint job. He can actually lift my Volkswagen. I've seen him do it. He can fucking get down under the front bumper where the tow bar is, he can get underneath it and lift my Volkswagen 3 times. I watched him do it 3 times. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. The zoo for Safari Park I don't really like the zoo Safari Park all that much. It's not, there's, for what you pay, by the time you pay for parking and everything, there's really not that much there. So, guys, we're getting ready to end this here in about 5 minutes. If you have not already dropped a like, I would appreciate it. I will put up a giveaway video today. I will do it today for everyone. And so you can make comments. Just look for that. But what do you guys want to talk about before we leave? Is there anything you guys have got questions about? I did the 23 of us here. I did the Knife Junkie podcast yesterday with Bobby D. We talked for about 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after, and then it was an hour. So it took us about 2 hours to get everything. That will be coming out on the 28th. 28th. And today is the 19th. So all of you, don't forget, tomorrow is Father's Day, if you still have one. That makes me sad to have I was like, yeah, it's Father's Day. Shit. Yes, I have a full edge repair video, I Love Knives, that is already up for members. I did a full edge repair on a Leveretto. Father's Day's the 20th, isn't it? What? No, you're right, it's the 21st. Wait, I have a calendar. I'm not a dummy. June. Oh, the 20th is the first day of summer. Father's Day is Sunday. I want to leave San Diego. I haven't left here I haven't left here since I went to Blade West. Yeah, it's Sunday. I just checked. So, yeah, don't forget it's Father's Day. That makes me sad just all of a sudden. You ever, I don't know if any of you guys have lost your fathers, but have you ever had that moment where you're like, oh, I'll just get a hold of Dad and ask him this question? Or Dad had a recipe for that, I'll call him. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Dad died 3 years ago, almost 4. Christmas will be 4 or 5. I don't remember which. We need a whole weekend. I'm okay with just having a day, if that. His Gerber. At this point, he may have been better off having a Gerber. We talked on the Knife Nuts. We talked on the the Knife Junkie podcast about why I am so polarizing for some people, and I was like, it goes down to fanboys. Like, I say things about oh, no problem, Jamie. It's on the same weekend. My grandmother's birthday was the week before Christmas, I think, if I remember. Her birthday was in December, December 12th, or a week or two before Christmas. So that always sucked for her because we were like, oh, Grandma, we got you a birthday present, but we're not giving it to you till Christmas because fuck spending that much money. my mom's mom. Guys, my daughter is getting so tall. I'm afraid, because I've told you about how tall people are in my family. I'm 6'3", and I'm still one of the little guys. My daughter is almost the size of her mother now. Just all of a sudden, boom, she grew. And I was like, holy shit. I can't afford clothes. I can't afford to keep buying clothes for this kid. She's gonna be tall. She's almost as tall as her mother is already, and she's 12. She's 12, and she's almost as tall as her mother. What's she gonna be like when she's 18? What's up, kid? How you doing? She's 12. So, to put it in perspective, $14, $15, $16, $17, 2020, but she's actually up here somewhere now. Don't judge me too harshly. I film videos in my kitchen. Yes. There's a lot of stuff plugged in. Different cords for different lights and stuff like that. I know a guy that actually does a lot of YouTube stuff, and he's only about 40 minutes from here, and he has a studio. If he's cool with it, we may be able to start filming like with a green screen, but I don't know if I want to do that with my channel. I think it would lose some of the, hey, Cayenne, come here. Where you get your medicine? Oh, big stretch in the neck. Let's see what the fire marshal says about that outlet. What you're seeing, most of that is USB. It has a row of 4 USB spots, and only one of them is currently in use. So you can turn them off, but like that. Come here. There's only one actual plug in that, and that is the security system. The island here actually has its own dedicated plug up here that there's a strip where it's the coffee maker and the blender are plugged into, and then down at the other end there's a spot for, there's only one thing plugged in, that's my security system. Everything else is USBs. Open, 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 open. There you go, good girl. Got your medicine to you, let's get mine into me. Nope, I didn't. So, that's not it. So yeah, it's mine. One more. Autoimmune disorder. Gotta love it. Take a cocktail. I take a reverse AIDS cocktail. No, it's just. Oop, drop one. I usually take that earlier because I don't like that sitting in my stomach when I work out. And then I got to get this out because it's time for my injectable. It's that day of the week. Hey, EN 512 or 510, you coming to the party? You know, the one in your mouth where everyone's coming. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour. I'm gonna get off of here. Like I said, Father's Day. Take care of yourselves. Don't worry about the fact that like I'm not gonna. I made the decision yesterday, especially when I realized that they're not having a funeral or calling hours. I'm not driving. I'm definitely not flying. I'm not driving all the way to Ohio. It'd take me like almost 3 days to get there, 3 days back, and I'd only be able to spend 3 days there. That's a total of like 14 days. I don't want to spend that much gas. I'm definitely not wanting to spend that much on hotels for the fact that we're not even having a funeral. And the other thing is, a lot of my family I don't like enough to go across the country to see. Like I said, my grandmother has not been my grandmother for a lot of years. She had severe dementia. So the woman that I knew as my grandmother has been gone for a very long time. So her actual passing, while it is sad, is more of a relief than anything. So we shall talk about things later. I may do a live feed this weekend. I usually don't, but I don't have anything going on this weekend except, oh no, I'm going to the shop tomorrow to do anodizing. And I may work on Alex's knife. At least get it started. I have it all roughed out. I think I already have one heat treated that I can, like, just basically ready to start grinding. So you guys take it easy. Love you all. If you didn't drop a like, please do so. And I will talk to you all later. I was trying to do a slow-mo thing.